never win that boy, I had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it comes your way next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
To the air goes Daniels. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Now Daniels. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Byron Young forcing his way in there for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Here we go.
Here's Daniels. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. Gonzalez's kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now a 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Hurts. Campbell making the catch.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Hurts fumbles it, and it's Washington that scoops it up.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Daniels. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Daniels looking to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Down the left sideline. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 67 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, be able to get it up past the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Great, set.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Great, set.
3rd and 4.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Washington offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball start, offense.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Play action. Now it's Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Great, set. Delta.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch made here by Campbell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
63, 63, 63.
Out of the gun now on third down. Flushed out right. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, hold everything here because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Pickett sets up play action. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this one is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Back to throw, Pickett. Over the middle to Smith. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Another catch for him there, and the number is starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half. From the 23, here's second down and 2.
Come on.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
To throw is Daniels. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
Here we go.
Robinson up the middle. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Ready, go.
To the air goes Daniels. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. Open man is Uzomah. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Here we go.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit. and instead created a second one.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Check. Ready.
Here's Daniels. That one out wide and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Commanders back out late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And the Eagles going to get 1 final possession in this first half. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. Buying time to his left. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime. Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here we go. Here we go.
They go play action. Daniels. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Now Daniels sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Let's go now.
From the gun, here's Pickett. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Keeps himself upright. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they're going to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Pickett back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
Pickett fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this down inside the 40. Off play action. Pickett. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Come on. Hey.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Motion man is Crowder. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Off the play fake. Daniels. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Fortunate to get that football back. Was trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And out come the Eagles. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Up the middle with Barkley. Oh, nice move.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Now Pickett.
Steps away to his left.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Fielded at the 33. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Daniels looking to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go now.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Come on. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. Finding Hurts again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The offense on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw.
It's caught. Smith. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hurts.
Being chased out left. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
King, Phil King, Phil King. Hey,
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead.
that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. 25 yards that time.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leap the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Flush to his right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Shifts by him. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now.
Here's Daniels. Steps away. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
There we go.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have taken a fourth quarter lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. and not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Don't touch it.
Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Back to throw. And Dotson, he's got it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Going right back to Dotson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. He's got Smith here.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now Washington down 28-24, 24 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down.
Ready up. Come on.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now Daniels. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they'll get work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here.